If it's bull or bear, I don't care. It's quite a rough ride, just like life. But I'm kinda patient, 'cause only time will tell. It's gonna go up, so you better stay calm. And crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins. Crow your coins, crow your coins. Crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins. Crow your coins, crow your coins. Crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins. Crow your coins, crow your coins. Crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins.
What's up, ladies and germs? It's the Crypto Crow. It's about 2:12 p.m. Eastern. It is, what is the date? Today's Tuesday. Man, we've got parent-teacher conferences coming up here in a couple hours, and I've been messing around. I've been finally messing around with CrowTrader. And so I thought I would show people some things that, as I'm learning, this video isn't about trying to tell you to buy the bot. It's still in beta 4, so it's getting regular updates. So I'm not trying to promote like, hey, go out and buy this bot. It is probably a good idea if you plan on getting it to get it while Bitcoin is going down, because it's just cheaper. Jason, the other Jason, lead developer, he's always like, he's like really cranking this stuff out. Like he's really relying on this bot and me so that he can quit his day job. So he's been making it a point. And so anyway, if you have a license, you're able to do everything. You can trade. It is running on CoinBase Pro right now. Beta build 4 is out. This just dropped like a few days ago, I think. And looking at Bitcoin, on a 30-minute chart. Well, so I think I was on a 4-hour. I was on a daily. I think I was looking at the daily chart, and I think it was yesterday, and I saw this wick, and I said, anytime I see a really long wick like that, just like this one, I said, to me, it's likely that is basically, in my eyes, a gap that's going to be filled, and that's just what I've learned. Like, look at this big wick, came up here, and then it started to fill. So, we could start turning around. My guess is we might bounce off of 8,000 and go up from there. So we'll see what happens. But that's not even what this is about. What this is about is the CrowTrader bot and backtesting. Because I want to show people the proper way, at least so far, as to what I'm doing with how I'm using CrowTrader to start backtesting. Because it's very important that you kind of understand. This is the CrowTrader interface right now. As you can see, I've got a bunch of USD paired altcoins that I've set up paper trading for. But before we do any of that, you're going to want to learn how to backtest and really kind of get an understanding as to what you're looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a Bollinger Band backtest. I'm going to look actually real quick, and I'm going to see what is my most volatile pair. I think Tezos is still the most volatile. Well, Bitcoin is actually registering as one of the most volatile. No, that's not right. Yeah, okay. Tezos is. All right, so let's look at Tezos. Actually, let's just look at Bitcoin because it's what I've already got the chart up with. But Bitcoin is still, its volatility is pretty high right now, as you can see. What's up, Rolex23? Who is that? Give dislike in the first 25 seconds of the intro, right? And show yourself in the chat. I don't know. Everybody has haters. I'm not devoid of haters. Somebody's looking at this like, oh, he's just promoting his bot. Whatever. I know I'm going to be cranking out some money with this thing at some point. All right. So anyway, we're going to look at Bitcoin. So I'm going to go here. Exchange pair. Where is it? Bitcoin USD. I'm going to do market orders because I think limit orders are still a little wonky, but market orders work fine. Order type market order. So basically what this is doing is I'm doing a starting capital of 0.05 Bitcoin, which isn't a whole lot, just for backtesting purposes. And no, that's not what I want. Hold up. Let's just say, we'll just say 0.1, whatever. Slippage and fees. Let's see, slippage fees are calculated for each trade. You can set this value here based on your exchange fees. So because this is Coinbase Pro, they have jacked up their fees to 0.5%, make it, take it. So basically they're taking 0.5% of the trade to and fro for anything under $10,000. All right. So we're going to look at the time period. Let's look at, let's just look at a 1 hour starting off, and we'll back test a 1 hour chart using these standard settings. I'm not even going to change a lot of that stuff. We're going to say, I want a gain of 1%, but that's also going to, that's 1% after the trading fees. Okay, so we might actually be looking for like 2% gains, but it's not going to show here unless I'm getting those gains. Stop loss, I'm not going to use. Trailing, I'm not going to use. I just want to run a basic back test to start looking at what's going to happen here. So I'm going to run this back test. This is on a 1 hour chart over a period of 14 days. It's probably not going to make me any money yet, but we're going to see. So there's no trades. Okay, now this is on a 1 hour chart. Now this is showing me, you can see in here, this is showing me the Bollinger Band on a 1 hour chart. And it's basically, it's saying, well, no trades. Why aren't there any trades? Right? So when I'm looking at this, it's not that the bot's not working. What it's basically saying is that there aren't any trades in this time frame that are at least 1.5 to 2% in profit. Because if I were to go to, if I go to my chart, so that's on a day. So I might need to bump that up to a day. But so on a 1 hour Bollinger Band, you know, if I'm looking at the 1 hour, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, man, there's a lot of buy sell activity. What I could have bought here, the bot should have bought and then sold up here. That's a freaking win, right? Well, if I go in and I'm calculating the actual price range, let's just say it bought down here and sold up here. That's only 1.39. Let's just say 1.5% trade. So it's not a trade. So the bot's not going to do it, right? So what we're looking for is we want a 2% trade. We want 1% basically just to pay Coinbase for letting us trade, and then another 1% on top of that for our own profit. And so it's not going to make a trade just to give Coinbase the profit if your settings are proper. 0.5%, make it, take it, and then another percent on top of that. So you're needing trades to be at least 2% to get any gains. And on a 1 hour time frame, you're not going to find that because the swings aren't going to be that large on a Bollinger Band. So let's look at a 1 day. Let's see what happens on a 1 day. Let's take a look. All right, so we're going to look at a 1 day chart, and we'll run this over 6 months and see what happens. We'll leave everything else where it's at. My low band buy percentage it's base. These are base settings, right? So I'm not changing any of this. I'm just seeing what's going to happen. I really don't know. We'll see. I've been doing a lot of different back testing for a lot of USD altcoin pairs. Okay, so this is basically saying that over the last 6 months, it would have made 3 trades on this Bollinger Band setting with about 11.13% in gains. Now, depending on what I'm trading with, that could be pretty substantial in terms of profit. And then what this is supposed to show me, which I think on a day chart, this isn't rendering properly. And this is a known issue that I'd already addressed with the devs. So basically what's going to happen here, if I use a smaller time frame or an altcoin pair, it's going to show you this Bollinger Band and it's going to show you the entry and exit every time it's completed a trade. And then if I go down here, well, which you can't see because of my big head being in the way, let me take myself out of this just so you can see it real quick. So you can see down here, this is showing you each trade that was made, the date, the buy-in, how much was bought, the fees paid, and then your profit left over. Like this one trade right here was a 6.5% trade. So there's profitability there on a longer term time frame. Okay, but this is what you're looking at. This is what you're trying to find out when you are running the bot. Now, I want to look at some other stuff. I want to look at some other pairs. Let's look at Tezos, because it said it was the most volatile. XTZ. On a Bollinger Band setting, I want to find the most volatile swings possible. That's how the bots make money. And the reason why I'm actually doing this video right now is because let's do a 15-minute chart over 7 days. See what we can find there. There might not be as so no trades. Total trades count 14, 3.86% buy and hold. Something's not right there. What's happening? I think this is because I already have this running, and it's not showing me the same thing. Yeah, I think it's because I have this running already. So let's change it to a 1 hour over a month. See what happens. This is really odd. I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm gonna have to have Jason look at this. Showing me a lot of entries and exits, but it's not calculating my total percent gain. A part of me wonders if it's basically saying that, again, on this time frame, it's just not, you need to have at least 2% per trade, and it's showing me trades that could happen, but they're not going to meet my metric, so they're not happening. Let me try a different one and see what's happening there. It's really odd. But this is how you do back testing. And so what happens is, I'm thinking there's a conflict because I've already got these pairs trading in a paper trade. So if I go to my paper trades, you're going to see I've got all of these running already. So my guess is it doesn't want me to do more than one, and it's not going to feed me the data. So I don't know if this is a bug or by design, but what I can do, so let's say when I'm running these paper trades, with everything that's going on in the market right now, with everything kind of dipping, obviously there's not going to be a lot of trade activity. So I'm waiting. I'm basically running this paper trade. So the difference, so in case you don't know, back testing is basically saying, okay, if I were running this strategy on this candle over a period of this many days in the past, this is hypothetically what trades would have been made and what my profit potential would have been. If I like those gains, I can turn on paper trading. Paper trading is simulated trading, but starting now, moving into the future. Okay? So these are all USD pairs. And so all of these are backtest trades on 15-minute charts that I've already backtested. I've seen some of these were showing like 10, 12% gains, okay, against USD. And so I turned them on. I turned these on yesterday. And of course, we're getting still a bit of a dip. So I'm going to basically let these run over the next day, 2-3 days, and see what kind of trade activity I'm getting on these 15-minute charts. The thing of it is again, I've got to have at least 2% gains because of Coinbase's increase in fees. So that does suck, but the more trading opportunity you have, the more the more profit potential you're going to have. So I almost want to turn one of these off. Let me take a look at chat real quick. Hey Crow, how's your Tuesday treating you? It's going. I mean, it's going. I had to send out a long, crappy email that I didn't want to send, but let's see. Profit trailer just simply worked perfectly and is proven. I haven't touched profit trailer in a while. I don't know what's changed with it. I did like profit trailer. It definitely had its issues. It was very complicated for a lot of people. CrowTrader is about the person who isn't familiar with a lot of, like, let's say I'm running a strategy, right? Let's say I'm back testing something. I'll try something that's not one of the pairs I'm doing, and let's see what happens. Let's say, I don't know what it would be. So let's take XTZ versus Bitcoin, I guess. We'll just try that. I've never run it. I have no idea what to expect. Market order. Period. Let's run it over 5 minutes. Let's do 7 days. Keep all that at default. See what happens. Okay. So if I'm running Tezos against Bitcoin right now, over the last 7 days, I'd be looking at about 12.31% in potential profit. And it's showing me the entry exit. That's exactly what it is. It's because I've already got all those pairs running that it's not showing me this data. It's basically the bot's way of saying you're already doing. So, and then it's breaking down every trade that's being made. So what happens is, let's say I really like this and I'm like, okay, 12.5% gains. This is above my, well, no, I didn't change the fee to 0.5. So let's see how that changes things. All right, so let's rerun it. Probably be a lot less. Okay, so it is a little less, but it's still about a little over 9%. Same trades, so that's good because it's finding the same trades. I'm just making a little less off of the trades because I'm paying a chunk to CoinBase. Such is life. Now, from here, I can say, okay, I want to start paper trade. So I can click that, and boom, it goes into my paper trading. It'll probably be the last one. So there it is. So right now, Sentinel, which is basically the bot, it's watching and it's looking for opportunities to make future trades based off of that strategy moving forward. And then from here, it's saying, I'm going to buy a fixed amount. So I'm going to buy $332 worth or whatever it is. Low band, these are all my settings. Now, and then it's showing the trade. So now that I'm going to have that, I'll just leave it running just to see what happens moving forward. But what I can also do is when I'm back testing stuff, I can say, hey, I want to mess with the SMA time frame, standard deviation, low band buy percentage, and the gain percentage. I can set a stop loss if I want. I can start messing with RSI settings. You know, some people just like to trade RSI. So you can play with all this stuff and start really understanding, you know, what is going to work for you and what isn't. And then what you can do is once you have settings, okay, I'll hide my head again. Let's say you've got a setting that you've back tested and you're like, and this is what I'm going to be doing for a lot of you guys in the future. So as I'm back testing stuff, why isn't it showing? Oh, hold up. There it is. Okay. So down here are the settings options. I'll be able to save the settings and then share the settings. And these settings will pop up in a little code box right here. I'll be able to copy it to clipboard and I'll be able to paste it right in the description of the video where I'm talking about the settings moving forward. You guys will be able to copy them, paste them, and when you open it up, you'll be able to say load settings. You'll paste it right into this box, hit OK, boom, your settings are ready to rock. It's going to be that simple. So you're not going to have to mess with a bunch of text files and changing a million different things in a text file. You're not going to do any of that. You're going to copy paste. And it's just a simple box of text that's basically telling your bot what are Crow settings for this pair right now. I copy paste it, boom. If I do a video on a particular list of things, I'll be able to post the settings right there in the description of my video. Here's my BTC USD pair on Bollinger Band strategy over a 15-minute candle, boom. So as we're moving forward, I'm going to be doing a lot more videos showing everybody this is what I'm doing. These are my strategies that are working for me. And right now I'm not live trading. So I'm just making that clear. I'm not live trading. I could, but I'm not. I want to learn, and I'm doing a lot of testing and I'm doing a lot of just exploration. That's kind of the beauty of this bot is that it is so easy to use. I can explore all kinds of stuff and not worry about screwing anything up, because I can do it. I can explore in back testing, I can explore in paper trading, and I can get a really good fundamental understanding as to what I'm doing. And then I can relay that data to an actual chart. And I can say, okay, if I'm doing a Bollinger Band, or I'm doing an EMA cross, or I'm doing a whatever, I can see what I'm expecting in the live chart on TradingView or whatever, and I can cross-reference that to what the bot is doing. So I know that they're acting kind of similarly based off of the time candle. And so I'm going to be showing everybody that kind of stuff a lot more. Yes, I took over Aquitas. Oh, Edwin, you didn't know that. Yeah. I mean, we basically took Aquitas. I came on board, started working with them, and ultimately, I guess you could say I took it over in a sense. You know, it's yeah. I'm still working with the developers. I put a little bit of my own money into development, and I'm working very, very closely with these guys from a development perspective, testing, you know, what kinds of things that I feel are important to new traders and veteran traders alike, and we're just all kind of working together on making CrowTrader the best bot on the market. And that's no bullshit. Like, it really is. I want to bot trade. I want to be able to do regular videos. I made X amount of money today. I did that, and I did it this way. I love doing those videos. Those videos were exciting, and that's what we're working towards. And I definitely expect to be there soon. And I expect that I will be there and be able to start doing that kind of content on a regular basis by the time the first full-blown live version, the first non-beta version, drops. And from there, we're going to be doing a lot more content on the website, blog content, how-to guides, all kinds of stuff. And I expect CrowTrader to be definitely one of the top 5 trading bots during the next big market rush. I do. And we're working on it to make sure that that happens. So, and I'm going to be showing other, you know, the different tools that I'm using. Like, these are all the different assets that you can trade using the bot on where all the different assets on CoinBase Pro. Not every one of them is on the bot right now, but I think like 16 of them. And then you've got Ethereum pairs, Bitcoin pairs, and USD pairs right now. So you can do a lot of stuff with the bot. So that's it. I just kind of want to give everybody a quick lesson. I forgot I'm not even on here. I just wanted to give everybody a quick lesson on backtesting. So if you got a license, start playing with it. I want to know in the comments, for real, I want to know, and I'm going to be reading them. Explore the bot. Do some backtesting. Let me know, you know, what strategies are the most beneficial to you. Which ones are you finding are the most profitable, the least profitable? What time frames? Give me an idea as to what you're doing with CrowTrader or the CrowTrader, because the more I get from all you guys that are actually testing, using it, backtesting, finding, exploring, the more I can zero in on things that are going to be much more beneficial to everybody. So help me, help you, and let's just have some fun. The live version, the first live version is coming very soon, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this. I want to show people what to do, how to get started, and what's possible now as we continue to move forward. I'm gearing up, folks, just to let you know. CrowTrader.com if you're interested, and I'm going to cut it here, and I'll see you again soon. Have a good day.